welcome to more technology advances. We are now streaming live using an old tablet I have, and I'm hoping it's working over there for you in Facebook. And Zoom, we're doing the same thing as usual. Although it looks like I have it on some new settings so the background is fuzzy, but maybe that doesn't matter. We're leaving that alone for now. So, enough technology. Welcome, welcome. So excited to see everyone as usual, because I've been rushing around with technology. Who knows what you've been doing? Let's go ahead and take these first few minutes to settle in. So I always like that accentuated, big, deep sigh, just to like, let everything go. And come into stillness. Get yourself in a comfortable seated position. And begin to notice what is. Maybe that's the temperature of the air. The sounds around you. Any lingering smells or tastes. And then take that movement inward, noticing if there's any tension, tightness, tingling, whatever you notice. And then let's use our breath by following the inhale and the exhale to release and relax those areas. Following one breath after another with that full inhale and full exhale. I randomly opened to this poem in our new book, Breath of Joy, and it's called The Word. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word called all of us into being. The Word whispered, "Come." And one by one we slid into this world, convinced we were separate creatures. Believing life was a series of hurdles to jump, and failure was the likely outcome. The Word was lost to us. Or maybe we still heard it dimly, but we didn't pay it any heed. Gradually we learned to listen, or perhaps the Word shouted loudly. Whatever the route, one day we knew again, and the Word drew us back into its embrace. Then the Word spoke through us, saying what we didn't know we knew. And it kept speaking without ceasing until we could willingly, joyfully, expansively choose silence. From this place of silence, let us begin our practice. We inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. 2 more times. Lifting the crown of the head and exhale, rooting through our sits bones. 1 more. And with that next breath, we open our eyes and reach our arms to the sky on the inhale. And on the exhale, we bring them down. We inhale. And this time, let's bring those fingers together and bring them down to the center, to the heart. We're going to straighten both legs out. And then we're going to go ahead and take this right foot, and I'm going to invite you to either hold on to the foot like so. This Zoom is flickering weirdly, but hopefully that's not distracting you. Or grab one knee, one foot, or the foot and the knee, or maybe you can pull that shin bone in and wrap your arms around it. Either way, we're opening this hip, whichever feels just right to you, and just give it a little rock. Waking up our hip socket. And then taking that same foot, let's bring it across and place it on the outside, if that's comfortable. And if it's not, place it on the inside. Either way, we're then going to turn to the right toward that thigh, in case you picked the opposite one. And then look over that right shoulder, hugging that knee and thigh into the belly. Finding a twist and opening and stretching out the outside of that hip even further. Slowly twisting back, thanking that foot, and setting it back down. We're going to bring the left one in, and again, grab the foot with either side, on either side with the hands, or right hand to the foot, left hand to the knee, or maybe you can rock it like a baby. And whichever one you pick, just find that slight rotation in the hip socket, juicing up the joints. And then, again, foot goes inside or outside of the opposite thigh. Lift through the crown, that long, tall spine, and then find the twist as we look toward that left hip. Hugging thigh to belly, left hand behind the back, look over that left shoulder. Nice hip stretch and a nice twist. Go ahead and twist back or untwist, and let's straighten both legs, reach both hands up, and let's do one forward fold here. Put a bend in the knees. The very first one. Rock the hips back and forth. Drop the head a little. Just kind of wiggle your way into this first one. Just like, oh yeah, nice stretch. Waking up the back of those legs. And then lifting heart and chest, hold the knees towards the body, cross the ankles, and roll over our knees to all fours. Adjust yourself onto the mat. And let's tuck our toes and stretch our hips back toward the heels. Bottom of the heels, arms stretch out. So a variation of child's pose, but with the toes tucked, so we're stretching the bottom of the feet. And then rock up, roll the back, and then cat and cow, then look up, drop the belly. Let's go ahead and reach that right knee up and back. We can leave the knee out. I saw someone do this, and I wanted to try it. So the knees up and out, and then place it down and come back up for the cow. Roll the back, reach the left knee up. Stretch the hips back to child. So it's like a one-legged child pose, kind of. So that was kind of interesting. Let's play with it. So cow at the top. Round the back for cat, lift the right leg, and then reach the chest over the left knee. And set the knee down, come back to the cow. Opposite side, left knee up. And if this is too crazy or weird, just do some cat and cow. And just always try trying to find something new and exciting for you all. We'll just do one more each side. And then come back to flat back. Well done. Now, tuck those toes if they're not still tucked, and bring the belly toward those thighs. So it's this, I heard someone call this bear pose. I just call it a variation on downward dog, where our knees are bent and our belly's on our thighs. Really stretch out, let that head come between the upper arms. Wiggle your way into it. And then we're gonna rock between two poses. Here, bear or that variation, and then come into plank with pushing up between the shoulder blades. So rounded upper body, and then back to the bear. Now, certainly you can do this with your knees down. You decide. Go ahead and rock back and forth between those two. Obviously picked a very odd shirt. Wardrobe. You keep sliding up your back, but I'm going to ignore that. That's not what yoga is about. So after a few of those, let's go ahead and come back to that plank pose and lower down. Belly to the earth. Release the tops of your feet. Reach your hands behind your back. Interlace the fingers. Lift the heart, lift the hands, and if you can, go ahead and lift the heels too. Look at the top of your mat, so you're keeping your neck in a neutral position, creating some strength in the back body. Go ahead and release that. Bring your elbows under shoulders, forearms flat on the mat. Lift the heart. Stretch out through the toes. Well done. Now we're going to tuck to the toes and lift the body for another variation on plank. Then we're going to turn the left, reach the left hand for the right wrist. So at a 45-degree angle, and then roll to the right, reaching right hand up, a variation on a side plank. If you want more, you can lift that right foot and step it back for a variation on wild thing. And back. And come back to the plank. Let's put the knees down. Look up, belly down. And then we'll do the same thing other side. Tuck the toes, lift to the modified plank, forearm plank. Right hand reaches toward left wrist, so 45-degree angle. Roll to the outside of the right foot. Modified side plank with variations option of lifting the left foot, stepping it back and doing a variation on wild thing. And coming back through side plank and bringing our bodies down. From here, let's go ahead and lower the chest, bring the hands back by the ribs, elbows up, and come back and meet me in a full down dog, our first full down dog. So you can bend and unbend the knees, reaching the heels back, drop the head, a little wiggle. And remember to talk to yourself with kind self-talk. Kind self-talk. Maybe you haven't been doing yoga for a while. So just celebrate every pose, whichever variation you're taking. You're here on the mat, you're doing it. Look up between those thumbs, and we're going to walk, step, or jump to that spot. Forward fold. Belly again to thighs. Shake out the head. Grab your elbows to make that frame around your upper head. Let's just gently walk, sway side to side. Forward fold. Little bounce, little wiggle. Oh, letting that spine find a little extra space between the vertebrae. Release the hands, let's slide them up the legs, halfway, flat back, forward fold, and let's come all the way up. Fingertips touch above the head. Look up at those touching fingers, and then bring those hands down to the heart. Mountain pose, and drop the hands. Pause here. We're going to go ahead and go into a regular old sun salutation. Inhale, both hands up. Fingertips touch. Prayer through the center. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Walk, step, or jump back to that plank. Lower down. Inhale, a cobra or a full up dog. And exhale, down dog. So we did a lot of stretching before we started our sun salutations today. We did some strength building. Let's go ahead and do another sun salutation. Look up, walk, step, or jump to that spot. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands through the center. Mountain pose. Sun salutations to me feel like an old friend, like, oh, here we go. This nice flow and rhythm. Inhale, we look up, fingertips touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, walk or step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Celebrating where we are. Big sigh. Well done. Let's go ahead and reach that right foot to the sky. Three-legged dog, right knee to the chest. Round the upper back. Hold there. Pull it into the belly. Pull, pull, pull. Right foot up to the sky. Right foot outside of the right finger. Left foot outside the left pinky finger. Reach the hips up, wide, wide forward fold. Then lower the hips again, turn the heels at a 45-degree and come up for a modified goddess. Sometimes you do it further apart. Then we're going to go ahead and straighten up, spread the arms out wide. Go ahead and bring right hand under left. We're going to do some eagle arms with me. And then we're going to turn to the right foot, and we're going to launch that left foot up. So we're doing a warrior 3 with eagle arms at a 45-degree angle. I told you I was going to mix it up today. Then step that foot back, turn it back to center. Then let's come up. We still have those eagle arms. Reach the fingertips up. Forward fold. Release the hands. Now we're going to go ahead and walk those feet in. Whoop, 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 so they're hip width apart again. And roll it up. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Walk, step, or jump back to that plank pose. Lower down, so chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. Now we're going to reach that left foot to the sky. Left knee to the nose. Pull it in really tight. Left foot to the sky. Left foot the outside of the left hand. Right foot outside the right hand. Forward, wide angle forward fold. Reach the hips up. Then bend them again. And come on up with cactus arms. Arms extend. This time left. Arm under right. For eagle arms on this side. Turn to the left foot. So you should both be at a 45-degree angle. I have to adjust a little. And then launch at that 45-degree angle into warrior three. When you're ready, step back. Undo the arms. Come back to forward fold. Walk the feet in. Inhale halfway. Exhale, hands down. Step back to plank. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Okay, I told you I saw trying all these new ideas on you today. So thanks for your patience. Let's try another one. We're gonna reach this right foot up, and this time, right foot, bring it in, then we kick it back out, and this time we're gonna bring it to the inside. So we're in a high or low lunge. Let's go ahead and, from here, we're gonna bring the knee next to the right foot. Didn't expect that, right? And tuck the left toes. Are you following me? You might have to look because this isn't what we usually do. And then reach the fingers forward. And then we're going to come, your belly's on this right thigh. We're going to lift and lower that heel. Lift and lower the right heel. Just a little ankle foot exercise. Okay, and then bring the hands back to either side of the foot. And then we're going to step that left foot back again. So we're back to a lunge. Put the knee down and then reach the hips back and pull the right toes forward. So half splits. Once you're here, activate this leg and pull the heel toward the knee. And then shift back, open the heart, and back. So rock back and forth now between these two poses at your own rate. A low lunge to half splits. Big stretch over that leg. And this time when we come up to the front, lift that back leg and come on up to lunge, or high lunge. We're in low lunge. Hands up. And then let's bring the hands behind the back. Open the heart. And then we're going to get another opportunity for warrior three, launching off that back foot and balancing on the right leg. Knuckles reach toward the sky. And then step it back when you're done. Celebrating the wiggles. Open the heart again, reach the hands up, and reach the hands down. Step back, chaturanga, lower down, up dog, and down dog. And then we'll do the other side. Meet me in down dog. I'll pause here to make sure everyone reconnects. Left foot to the sky, left foot to the chest, left foot to the sky, left foot between the hands. And then we brought that right knee to the space between foot and hand. Right toes tucked. We reach those hands forward. And then we shift, come up on the toe and down. Up on the left toe and down. So we're doing little foot pulses here. Building a little strength. And slide the hands back and step that right foot back to where it was. I'm going to drop the knee though, release the top of the foot, and bring this left toe forward and half splits on this side. Stretch out over the left leg. And then we're going to find the rhythm of reaching chest forward, low lunge. Back to half splits. And then you find your rhythm rocking between those two poses. Right front and back, front and back. And next time you come back forward, let's tuck the toes, get that long leg straight, and come up for high lunge. Hands up. Hands behind the back, open the heart, look up. And then you have the option here of launching into Warrior 3 here. Knuckles reach to the sky. Always have the option of touching the foot down or lifting it up. You may find one side's more wiggly than the other, like me. That's okay. Hold it as long as it feels good. All that quivering and wiggling in that leg is strengthening it. Step back, hands to the sky, high lunge, lower the hips, drop the hands, step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Oh, really feeling that yawn. And let's go ahead and put a child's pose here. Giving ourselves a little break here. Forehead to the mat. Bring the hands back by the feet, palms up. When I bring the hands by the feet, curling inward, it's very relaxing, very calming to the nervous system after doing new things and not knowing what's coming. You're just like, ah. So sensing that ah. Finding the breath. And then slowly rolling up. Come to kneeling position. Come to all fours. And undulate the spine. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle from the crown of your head to the tip of your tail. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Well done. Let's go ahead, tuck the toes, and meet me in downward dog. Noticing how much the downward dog changes. Beginning, middle, and end of practice, just noticing like, oh, there is some more opening. From here, let's look up and walk, step or jump those feet between the hands. This time, bend the knees. Big toes and knees are touching. Lower those hips so they're maybe the thighs are parallel with the floor. And lift the hands for chair pose. Belly pulls in, tailbone tucks down, eyes gaze forward, holding for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Back to that forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, hands back to the mat. Walk or step back to the plank. And you know you want an opportunity to do some push-ups. This is your opportunity. You can hold plank, hold modified plank, or go ahead and do some yoga push-ups where the elbows poke into the body, right next to the ribs. And in downward dog. Nicely done. From here, right foot to the sky, right knee to the nose, that hover, right foot to the sky, right foot top of the mat. This time we're going to place that left heel down and cartwheel those hands whoop, straight to Warrior 2. Again, familiar pose. Drop the shoulders. Stretch out through the fingertips. Make sure that knee is tracking toward the toes. And hold it. Engage the thighs so that they're kind of pulling slightly toward each other. Then we're going to straighten that right knee. Reach the right ribs forward. Drop the right hand. And find yourself in triangle. Really rolling the left shoulder back, stacking left over right on the shoulders, and stacking the hips. Reach the left hand over the head if you want even more of a stretch. Left hand back up, and come on back up, and then turn right toes parallel with left. Now I'm going to turn around because I always feel weird when I'm facing the wrong way. So we're right here. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and reach those hands behind the back. Open the heart, and we're going to forward fold here. Hands comes up off the back, up over the head. Drop the head. And just see, so you're opening shoulder and opening hips at the same time. Maybe the hands don't come off the back, that's okay, but just see if they can. See if you can find some space. And then when you do, wiggle them right to left. So your twist, dropping one shoulder and the other, just gently, finding a little more space, and then right down the center. Release the hands and bring them to the outside of the feet. And then bend the elbows, and again, see if you can go a little deeper into that forward fold. Lift the heart halfway. Walk the hands right under your chest. Lift the heart. And then, let's see, which way are we getting out of this? Let's go ahead and come on up. Hands out. Click the heels once. We're going to come back to that goddess pose. This time our legs are much further out than they were at the top of our mat. Shift the hips side to side. And hold. So the strength is in the holding here. Come on back up. Toes now are parallel again. We're going to bring our hands to the heart. Press the other. Then we're going to bend into our right knee. And then push up. So we're strengthening. Well done. Meet me back in the center, straight legs, and then we're going to bend into the left leg and push off that one. Spring load it. And back to the center. See? Mixing it up. Now, I have to turn back around so I can remember where we were. Turn the right toes back to the top of the mat. Bend in the right knee. Come into a warrior two. And then we're going to cartwheel the arms and step back and lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's do the left leg to the sky. Left knee to the nose. Left foot to the sky. Left foot top of the mat. Cartwheeling the arms. Meet me in warrior two. Placing that right heel down. Holding this warrior two, really taking the time to check in alignment. feeling your strength in the base. Opening the heart, finding that smile. Go ahead and straighten that left knee. Reach the left ribs forward. Drop the left hand. Find yourself in triangle. Open that heart. Maybe even look up at that right thumb. Pulling that right shoulder back. Tucking that left hip under. Then bring the right hand over the head. Back to the sky. And back up. Instead of doing, well, actually we'll do something different over here. Turn the toes so they're both parallel again. Click the heels once and come back into goddess pose. This time bring hands to heart. So we're going to inhale, hands come up, exhale down and around. Inhale. So it's like a rocket through the center and then down and around. Rocket through the center, down and around. And straighten the legs. Nicely done. Turn back to the left. Bend in, warrior two. And cartwheel the arms. Step back, lower down. This time bring belly to earth. We'll do another variation. We at the very beginning did one. Let's reach the hands back. Palms now face toward the hips, pinky toward the sky. Lift the chest again and lift the ankles too if you can. Another back strengthening opportunity. And set it down. Go ahead and place the forehead to the mat just to release that lower back and unlock the hips. Nicely done. Tuck the toes. Come through plank to down dog. And then we're going to look up between the thumbs. And come to forward fold. And roll up a reverse swan till you come to standing. You wanted to do just balance, some more balancing pose. We've done warrior three twice. So it's not like we haven't done any balancing this class. But we're going to do a little more. Hands on hips, sorry. Reach that right knee up. Turn that right knee out. I want you to just first hold it out here. Ooh. So at that very beginning, we put the knee out and did child's pose, remember? Now go ahead and grab that foot and place it for tree pose. If the thigh is too high, then put it on the shin, and then bring your hands to your heart, tree pose. Let's reach the hands out. Let's try something different. Drop the hands behind your back. And then yawn the heart up. I'm not sure if we did this. So we did this interlaced fingers a few times. And then release. Woo. And then bring it back to heart. Well done. Let's release the foot. Leave it hanging for a minute. Bring it back to the front. And then set it down. So super deliberate. Now we're pushing the weight into the right foot. Bring the left knee up, the left knee out. Leave it hanging for a minute. I really apologize for the zoom because it looks like it's all like focusing in, focusing out. Grab that foot and place it. Tree pose. This time on this side, let's do cactus arms and look a little bit up. Slightly up, or maybe all the way up. Playing with tree pose with a little arch in our upper back, both of these different variations. middle. And then very deliberate, remember we hang the foot out to the side first, really engaging, bring it back to center and set it down. Well done. You're running out of time. Let's come to the top of the mat. Not running out of time. I'm not sure I like that phrase. Let's go ahead. We're at the top of our mat. Come up on your toes. Just holding here on your tippy toes. I'm recognizing that alone really is an ankle and foot strengthener. If your keep coming up and down, that's okay. And then deliberately set them down. Walk your feet out to the edges of the mat. Reach your hips back. Slide it down. Find yourself in yogic squat. And then go ahead and sit yourself down. Now, let's bring both feet just a fist apart. Keeping the left knee bent, I want you to grab the bottom of the right foot. And then you can stay here, or you can straighten that right knee and really reach it to the sky. See if you can notice here, arch and roll those shoulders down and back so you get this really long, straight back. Now, if you want more, point that toe and hold your hands straight out so you'll feel your core engaged. But keep the structure of that pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set the right foot down. Curl inward and grab the left foot. Hold it straight out and then see about straightening it. Then see about rolling those shoulders down and back and lifting the crown of the head. Maybe pointing that toe. Maybe releasing it and holding it with your strength. You decide how far you're going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and set it down and give yourself a hug. Now we can't do each one without doing them together. So now roll back a little. You can grab the underside of the thighs, or you can grab outside of the feet. And then we're going to again reach them up, but again keep rolling those shoulders down and back, lifting through the crown. You can, this one I think we're just going to hold the feet instead of letting go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, but now bend them, release the hands, and now straighten them. 5, 4, at a V sit, 3, 2, 1, and give yourself a hug. Ooh, that was good. Let's go ahead and stretch those legs out. Rock the hips, lift the crown of the head. Put your thumbs at the crease here and then slide those hands down. I'm going to put a bit of micro bend in my knees. See how far the hands can slide down. Belly to thighs. Forward fold. Nice stretch. So we did a forward fold at the very beginning. Just notice how this one feels compared to the first. And roll on back up. Bring both knees with you. And then let's come into toddler pose. We did that hip opening also at the beginning. You can use your blocks under your knees. Lift the crown of the head, rock your hips. Now there's different variations of this pose, of course, but I want, if you're not feeling it in your hips, then walk your hands forward, coming to forearms, or maybe even further. Stack your hands and rest your forehead there. Stack your fists. Find some blocks. But I want you to feel that stretch back here in your booty and your hips. You may find yourself sinking deeper and deeper, or you may decide that was enough and come on back out. Go ahead and close the book, so to speak, by bringing your knees back up and give yourself that hug. And adjust yourself on the mat, roll yourself back. And as we often do, we massage that back once we get down here by rocking side to side. Making the knees, moving the knees in a circle one way and the other to massage the lower back, mid back, upper back. Then place the heels by the hips. Let's do both legs up the wall. So on Tuesday, we did some shoulder stand and headstands, although I don't think we got a good recording of that. So actually maybe we'll do option for a shoulder stand here. So you can do legs up the wall. You can do supported legs up the wall, or supported shoulder stand. I mean, you put the block under your, long way under your hips, and again, point your toes up. So this is, and then walk your hands down here by your block. So that's a supported shoulder stand. Or if you know shoulder stand and do shoulder stand, then those hands act as the block support and you walk the elbows in. You point your fingertips up to your bottom, reach up through your toes, stacking hips, knees, and toes. The palms are at the base of my ribs, and then I push into the back of my head and lift my nose and chin to protect my neck. And if you want to come out by doing plow, you drop your toes over your head, give yourself a nice stretch, and then roll on out. Bring your knees to your chest. Let's squeeze them in. Straighten out the right leg. If you were in supported, come on out. So now we have right leg stretching out, left knee up. Bring your nose toward your left knee and reach your right hand down your right thigh. So you're engaging your abs. You can even hover that right foot if you want. So it's a holding pose. Set the head down and the foot down. Switch sides. Bring the right knee toward the nose. Stretch out the left leg long. Place the left palm on the left thigh. Lift the head, lift the toe. Bring your nose toward your knee. It's as if you're trying to see how far you can walk those fingers down toward your knee, the left fingers. Set it on back down. Bring the left knee up to meet the right. Let's do one more thing before we start doing closing poses. Bring your head up, hands up, and stretch your fingertips out. Our knees are bent, and then we're going to pedal. So right heel, left heel, straighten. As if you're pedaling a bike, but with our head up and our fingertips stretching. Again, a little ab work. And set it all down, squeeze the knees. twist and child pose. So let's stretch out the left leg. Bring the left hand to right knee, bring it across the body, look to your right, stretch out that right hand, look at the right hand. Shoulders stay on the mat, and then let your eyes close. And I want you to come back to that deep sigh that we started about, that big like, oh my gosh, I've done it. Good job. Practicing kind words. Kind words. Letting yourself just relax and sink. Starting to feel that heaviness like we do in Shavasana. Here in our final twist. And then we're going to untwist. Switch sides, so straighten out the right leg. Bring the left knee up, right hand to left knee, cross the body. Left arm stretches out, eyes gaze toward that left hand, and then they can close. Shoulders stay on the mat. So we started with some nice hip stretches, finishing with some nice hip stretches here in the twist. Feeling that stretch on the outside of the hip, melting into the mat. Three more melting breaths here. And then slowly untwist. Bring both knees up to the chest again, rock back and forth. Find your happy baby, either arms through and around to the outside or just straight to the outside. And then rock and roll and smile at the ceiling. You did it, you did it. Clap your feet together like a baby. Yay! Circle your ankles. Stretch out your knees. Maybe just grab your toes. Find some playfulness in this pose. Then bring knees together, ankles together, shins together. Wrap your arms around your shins. Reach your nose toward your knees. Kiss each knee. And then give yourself a big dose of some love and appreciation and kindness and celebration. Maybe a wiggle or a squeal. Set yourself down, stretch out your legs, open your arms, palms up, toes point slightly open. Body parts can come off the mat. You can use blankets and pillows and cushions here because we are now deeply relaxing. In Shavasana, letting the body melt into the earth, the mat, the carpet, whatever you're on. Every exhale being another chance to melt. I'm going to read this poem again because there was a lot there. I had it read it ahead of time. And then we're going to rest in Shavasana. The Word. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word called all of us into being. The Word whispered, "Come." And one by one we slid into this world convinced we were separate creatures, believing life was a series of hurdles to jump and failure was the likely outcome. The word was lost to us, or maybe we still heard it dimly, but we didn't pay it any heed. Gradually, we learned to listen, or perhaps the word shouted loudly. Whatever the route, one day we knew again, and the word drew us back into its embrace. Then the word spoke through us, saying what we didn't know we knew. And it kept speaking without ceasing until we could willingly, joyfully, expansively choose silence. So resting in silence. From this place of silence, let's bring one hand to our heart and one hand to our belly. It's only in the silence that we can hear that voice of our inner, deeper, wisest self. That part that is observing, that is encouraging, that is loving, who sends us intuition and signs. Celebrating that it's there, even when it's super quiet. And then we're going to stretch those hands over the head. Give that whole body one more yawn, a little wiggle, a roll to the right side, resting your head on your upper arms. Bring your knees toward your chest. Pausing on our right side for gratitude. Gratitude for spring and rebirth and flowers. Not forgetting that it was the decaying things in the fall that gave the soil and the nutrients for rebirth. The whole cycle. And anything else that comes into your heart for gratitude. And when you're ready, go ahead and push yourself up to that seated position like we started with. This time I invite you to put your hands together, thumbs lightly on your chest. We're going to take those 3 breaths together in community, because whether you're on a Zoom or a Facebook Live or a recording, we're all connected. We're all connected. Breathe that in and exhale with some sound. 2 more times. Any sound you want to make is celebrated, is just right. like yourself one more time. That light, that spirit in me honors that in every single one of you. I see your greatness. I see your beauty. Your love. Namaste. I will see you again on Tuesday. In the middle, I'll be in Wyoming celebrating with Mike's family. Good to see you all, and I'm so glad that this tablet worked. Let me figure out how to turn it off. Finish. Okay.